Do you both swear the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Phillip.
Your Honor, this is a petition and suit affecting the parent-child relationship and to modify and confirm arrears. We're a few agreements on this case.
I'm sorry, Ms. Phillips, can you repeat that?
Yes, we have a few agreements on this case. We're adding the child Chris Neri to the case. She has an acknowledgement of, that child has an acknowledgement of paternity. The mother, Miss Contreras, will be responsible for applying for the government plan of health insurance. Child support arrears will be confirmed at $1,532.02 as of August 7th, 2024. However, if this does turn out to be a temporary order, we will not confirm arrears and reserve that for final trial. The medical support arrears would be confirmed at $1,021.10 as of August 7th, 2024, payable at $15 a month starting September 1st, 2024. There will be no retroactive medical support or dental support for Chris Neri, and no family violence and no non-disclosure requested. Everything else is contested. So I would like to call the parties. I call the mother, Judith Contreras. Ms. Contreras, could you state your full name?
Judith Abigail Contreras Mendoza.
And ma'am, what's the name of the children that you have with Christian Morel?
I have my son, he is Noah Josue Morel Mendoza, and my daughter, Gris Nairi Ariana Morel Mendoza.
And ma'am, did you hear the announcement regarding agreed portions of this order?
Agreed, sorry, what?
Agreed portions of this order.
What does that mean?
Did you hear the terms that were agreed to?
No.
You didn't hear any of the any of the announcements you just made?
That we agreed to a non-disclosure.
Did you hear any of the announcements that she just made?
Yes.
Okay, that's what she's asking you.
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, are you in agreement to those terms?
To some of them.
What do you not agree to?
The back pay.
We haven't discussed that yet. That's a contested issue.
Okay, then yes, I've agreed to all of them.
Okay. Ma'am, regarding conservatorship, is it correct that you're asking to be appointed sole managing conservator?
Yes, it is.
Can you explain why you want to be sole managing conservator?
I just want to be able to have decisions over where my kids are at. I've had my son in surgery before. His father has not been present for that. He has been hospitalized for a shotgun wound. So they're where they're at is concerning for me. He does have a record. He's been in jail before. So the people that he associates with is a little concerning for me as well.
Mr. Morel was hospitalized for a gunshot wound?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And ma'am, is it correct that in the prior order from 2022 that you were named joint managing conservators of the older child?
Correct.
And has that worked out for you well so far?
I've had my kids the 24 hours of the day. They have not spent a single night with their father. They've always slept at my place. They have everything they need within my home. He does not have anything for them where he's living at. So I am trying to keep my kids here with me every night.
And ma'am, are you asking that you be the one to decide where the children or where Chris Neri lives within Dallas and contiguous counties?
Yes,
Okay. And ma'am, is it correct that you want supervised visits for the father?
correct,
And that's supervised by you or someone else that you choose?
correct.
Can you explain to the court why you want supervised visits for the father?
Again, he's been hospitalized for that shotgun wound, and he has been in jail.
Can you
So
answer that question, Ms. Contreras? I'm really concerned about has it been since 2022? Or are you talking about
No.
before that?
That has been recent. My kids do love their father. But every single time they wake up, they always look for me. So they don't have that type bond with him.
That's not what I was asking, ma'am. Matt, you're saying that he's been in jail, he got shot, all this stuff. We just did an order like 2 years ago. So I'm trying to understand if you're saying that this all happened since 2022 or it happened before 2022. That's what I'm trying to
That's happened since the last time I got an order updated.
Okay, if you can be more specific with dates, that would help me a lot.
I believe the case opened about 6 months ago or a little prior to that. He was arrested not too long ago. So the prior time that we had this court order, he was currently behind bars. So we had to reschedule for today. And he was hospitalized in the beginning of the year in January for that shotgun wound.
Okay.
Philip,
And ma'am, is it correct in the 2022 order that it included a standard possession schedule?
It did.
Okay. Has he been exercising the standard possession
No.
schedule? Okay. And ma'am, we show that the father was previously working at Professional Parking Solutions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And he is no longer working there, is that correct?
No, ma'am, he's not.
Okay. Do you know why he's not working there?
His case went into press and his employer found out and fired him.
Okay. And ma'am, is it correct that you want to use the income based off Professional Parking Solutions?
For back pay, yes, ma'am.
And for child support?
No, not necessarily for current child support.
Okay. Okay. And ma'am, are you in agreement to medical support of $113 a month?
Yeah, that's fine.
And ma'am, are you in agreement to child support of $216 a month?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you think it should be higher than that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And ma'am, you understand that that's based on minimum wage, correct?
For both my kids.
Okay. And Judge, I'm just gonna check to see if oh, it's 261, Judge. Sorry for that. Okay. So ma'am, would you be in agreement to 261 for child support?
For both of my kids.
Yes.
Would that be temporarily?
That would be for current support.
That's fine.
Ma'am, do you want this to be a temporary order,
Yes, ma'am.
based on him being unemployed right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you understand that if this is a temporary order, we would reserve the issues of arrears and retroactive support for the next hearing?
How long into the next hearing?
It depends on what the judge orders, but it could be either in September or a few months from now.
That's fine.
Time to get a job.
That's completely fine.
Okay. So ma'am, you're asking for a temporary order, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you want to reset it 3 months from now or?
That is completely okay with me.
Okay. Let me just check to see what date we can use. We could do November 7th. Can you do that?
That's fine.
Okay. Pass a witness.
Okay, card next witness.
I call the father, Christian Morel. Mr. Morel, could you state your full name?
Christian Jose Morel Jr.
And sir, did you hear the announcement regarding agreed portions of this order?
Yes.
And are you in agreement to the terms that were announced as agreed?
Yes.
And sir, do you understand that if this is a temporary order today, that we will not be doing a judgment on arrears today, and we will not be addressing retroactive support today?
Yes.
And are you okay with that?
Yes.
Would you be okay with the reset to November 7th, 2024 for the final hearing?
Yes.
Do you believe that's enough time for you to get employment?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you want to be appointed joint managing conservators with the mother?
Yes.
And can you explain to the court why you think joint managing conservatorship would be appropriate?
I just think it's appropriate because I've been there for my kids too. I know most of the time I can't really be there because I work full time, and my days are, my days to see them is on the weekends. But back then, when I used to work valet, that's where the money is at on the weekends. So I couldn't really see my kids that often. But there's other days that me and the mother we agreed on, and I see the kids like it's like Mondays or Tuesdays, whenever I'm off or something like that, or like just random days.
Do you want to help make decisions regarding the children?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, are you okay with a geographic restriction to Dallas and surrounding counties for where the children live?
That's fine.
Sir, are you asking for a standard possession schedule?
Say it again.
Are you asking that there be a standard visitation schedule in the order?
On the weekends, correct?
Right.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you used to work for Professional Parking Solutions?
Yes.
And sir, is it correct that you're asking for support to be based off minimum wage today?
Yes.
And sir, your medical support would be $113 a month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes, that's fine.
And are you in agreement to the child support amount of $261 a month?
That's for both kids, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. And sir, are you in agreement to reserve the retroactive support and arrears confirmation for the next hearing in November?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you're currently driving Uber?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, do you understand that you'll need to bring any pay stubs or information about your new job once you come to that next hearing in November?
Yeah, would it be in person in court, or is it gonna be the same thing in Zoom?
It would still be on Zoom. Are you requesting an in-person hearing?
No, how would that work though? I just show you guys my pay stubs through the phone?
You can email it to the Office of the Attorney General,
Okay,
and
that's
then
fine.
yeah, then we can share it with the court.
Yes, I agree. That's fine.
Okay. Pass the witness.
Mr. Morrell, are you a resident of Dallas County?
Yes, yes, sir.
We have a program called Choices. We have somebody from Choices on the Zoom with us today. That is a program that can help you look for work. They can help you with transportation to look for jobs and other kind of assistance. I have to order you into that program if that's something that you're interested in, and they do require, of course, that you look for work. That could be an added tool that you can use to help you look for a job in case what you're doing on your own is not working. Do you have any opposition to me ordering you into the Choices program so they can help you?
It's pretty easy for me to find a job. I'm just doing Uber meanwhile because I was in the news, so I'm kind of waiting for a week or two till everything cools off, and then I'll have a job right away. It's easy for me to find a job, so no, I wouldn't like for help.
What do you mean you were in the news?
My case on my case. That's why I got fired recently because I was in the news, and my current employer, they saw that, and that's how I got fired.
What was in the news, Ms. Moreau? I don't understand. I don't know what happened.
It would just engage in an organized crime. Yeah, that was my case.
Okay, you're being charged with that right now?
Yes. I haven't gone to court though for that.
Okay. In the past couple of years, have you attended either one of the children's doctor appointments?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say you did most of them or just a few of them?
Just a few.
Okay. Have you helped with, have you gone to any parent meetings for the older child at school?
Yeah, he didn't go to school yet.
Oh, okay. The older one doesn't go to school yet?
Not yet, no, no, sir.
Oh, I thought it was a 4-year-old. Okay.
3, yeah.
Okay. What other kind of decisions have you tried to make yourself be a part of?
I try to go to my daughter's birthday party. But I was threatened by the mother that she was gonna call the cops on me, and if I showed up. So to avoid any arguments or any arguments, I just didn't went. But my family did went, you know. Other than that, I'll still see my kids here and there. I was with my son was in the hospital. I spent the whole night with him. The day before I spent with him. And I was with him a couple of days ago too.
And you said you did not want help looking for a job?
No, it's fine. I'll easily find one.
Okay, if you don't, then I'm gonna probably base it on a higher amount. You understand that? I'm not gonna do minimum wage forever.
By November 7th, I should have a job though, and I could most likely show pay stubs. So,
But if you don't, I'm gonna set it at a higher amount. Do you understand that?
that's fine.
Okay. So it's gonna show me that you're not looking if I put on here that you do not want choices.
I am doing Uber though. I started like 2 days ago.
But you know, Uber doesn't pay very much.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so that's not a long-term solution.
Okay,
At least with choices, I know that you're looking. If with on your own, I have to just he said, she said kind of thing.
understand.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do a temporary order. We're doing a government medical for insurance. I'm gonna appoint Ms. Contreras as a sole managing conservator instead of joint managing conservator. Monitoring standard visitation, not supervised visitation. I don't it's really hasn't been explained to me why we need supervised visitation. So Mr. Morrell have visitation on the 1st and 3rd and 5th Fridays of the month from Friday at 6 until Sunday at 6. You got to figure out a solution with an employment that allows you to be off on the weekend so that you can visit your kids. I can't help you with that. I mean, other than you finding a regular job, which is what Choices will be able to help you with. But otherwise, there's no obligation that Ms. Contreras has to give you other visitation other days. Child support set at a temporary order at 261, and medical support. I think it was, I wrote scrapes my notes, but I think it was 113.
Yeah, it's 113.
And then we're reset to a final trial on November 7th, 2024 at 9 o'clock on Zoom. If you decide to submit some documents, you need to email them to the Attorney General's office or to my court coordinator at least a week before the court, because we can't just have you show them on your screen. If you email them, they can scan them in, and then they can be shown to me on the Zoom here. But you need to do it within enough time. You need to identify your name on it and your Attorney General number or cause number so that they can identify what case it's supposed to go to. So don't just send in something with just your name, because there may be another Christian Morel in Texas, and that's not going to really help us identify the document.
Okay.
I hope that we're going to finish the case on November 7th, and we'll talk about the arrears and any retroactive support that may be due and owing. All right. The Attorney General's office will draft an order on that, and then we'll see y'all back here November 7th. Y'all are done with court today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.